Hello, everybody. Eric here with a weekly wrap up for February 16th through the 22nd. Let's take a look at the calendar and make sure that that's correct. I believe it is. All right, on the channel, Wednesday, Reading Remembrances, December 2005, ending another year. Only 20 years to go. And on Monday, the 17th, posted a review for Hex by Thomas Old Huvelt, or however you say his name, which was part of my book bundle, reading books translated into English. And on Friday was the review for The Night House by Joe Nesbo, the third in that book bundle, books translated into English. And I'm not going to tell you anything about them. You got to watch those reviews for yourself. And that's basically it. That's all that went on the channel. Nothing special. So, what else went on this week? I worked a full week. Even got a little overtime. Was feeling pretty miserable yesterday, Friday, at work. With cold. Just sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching. It was terrible. But, you got to work, especially when you're new. It's bad enough I called off 2 days on my first week. So worked, got paid. Went to the comic book store, picked up everything that was waiting for me. My first paycheck, I picked up a bunch of stuff, but I couldn't afford to pick up everything. This paycheck, I was able to pick up everything, which included all the Creep Show from, I believe, it's Image? I was going to say Dark Horse, but I think it's Image. Creep Show series, this mini-series and one-shots and stuff. A 4-issue mini-series of DC Horror Presents. I have no idea what's going on in there. And I think there was some random stuff and some new stuff that came out. The new Werewolf by Night Red Band issue came out. And then I grabbed off the shelf this little puppy because I have, I think, every one of these. This is Alien Black, White, and Blood, which was a miniseries, anthology miniseries, bunch of different writers, bunch of different artists, and it's all, for the most part, apparently there are some exceptions. Ooh, there's some spoilery pictures. All in black, white, and red. I did see, as I was flipping through here, there's some green in some of this. But, yeah, I believe I have all of these now. There's a Darth Vader one, and then there's a Marvel Zombies, Moon Knight, Carnage, Wolverine, and Elektra. I suppose I could lean over and try and read those, but on the shelf there. But anyway, I love the treasury size, and I love the anthology, love the artwork and everything. So yeah, very excited to pick that up while I was at the comic book store. Haven't been to a bookstore, haven't been to the game store, played some games today, nothing exciting. I finished reading Strange Stones by Edward Lee and Mary Sangiovanni. I'll be recording the review for this as soon as I finish this video. And then, in deciding what to read next, wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to read. It's been weird. Haven't been able to pick a mood, pick what I want to read. And something was calling out to me, so I decided to jump on another book bundle. This is not the secret one. I'm still working on that. I still got to get some books for that. This is one that I had planned, but I wasn't planning on doing it now. But one of these books, the first one I'm going to show you, the one I'm reading right now, was calling out to me. So, this book bundle is 5 books that are on number 2. I don't mean they're crappy. You'll see. The book I'm currently reading, and hopefully will finish tonight, definitely will have finished it this weekend, is Psycho 2. With a nice die-cut cover there. Shoop, shoop. So yes, I'm reading books with 2. I think all but one of them have the Roman numeral 2. But, so yes, currently reading Psycho 2. And all I will say about it right now is this is not the movie. So the movie Psycho 2 has absolutely nothing to do with the book Psycho 2 by Robert Bloch. Yeah, I have. Let's see. Less than 100 pages to go. And it's a quick read. But, so Psycho 2, the first book in this book bundle of books that are number 2. And so the rest of them are, and I believe this is the order that I'm going to read them in. Damien, Omen 2, by, well, give me a name. Joseph Howard. I do not see his name on the cover. And it's got photos in the middle. I have not seen this movie in ages. But Damien, Omen 2. And that will be followed by the only modern book here, The Unseen 2 by Brian Smith. I was looking for a 5th book. I knew what 4 of them were going to be. I needed a 5th. There was an Edward Lee I was looking at, but it said Part 2. And I said, no. I might read that as like a little bonus at the end. But I said, no, can't say part. And Brian Smith is currently working on The Unseen 3, so it seemed like the perfect time. I really enjoyed The Unseen. And so The Unseen 2 by Brian Smith. Be interesting to see what that's all about. Then the only one, it's still just a 2, even though it's not a Roman numeral. And this is straight up a novelization. Jaws 2. I found this at Half Price Books. A completely new novel by Hank Searles, based on the screenplay by Howard Sackler and Dorothy Tristan, inspired by Peter Benchley's Jaws. Again, a movie I have not seen in ages. So both The Omen 2 and Jaws 2 are going to take me completely by surprise. But what the hell? Some fun stuff, hopefully. And then finally, back to Roman numerals. And this book, I don't think is the same as the movie of the same name. But I have not seen that movie. I've seen scenes from it, but I've never watched it. And having not read the book yet, I can't make a comparison. But I don't think that it's the same. Anyway, it is the Amityville Horror 2. We've got another die-cut cover. There we go. Look at that beauty. And this is by, can't read it, John G. Jones. Based on the story of George and Kathleen Lutz. The Terror Continues. So, and this is why I don't know that, I think the second movie has nothing to do with the Lutzes. Isn't it another family moves into the house? And it seems that this is about the Lutzes, but we'll see. I don't know. I'll find out when I read it, and then you'll find out a little bit when you watch my review of it. But the Amityville Horror 2. So there you go. That's the current book bundle. Books that are number 2s. And once I found The Unseen, I kind of stopped looking. I don't know that I have any others that would fit this very odd category. I'd have to look around some more, but I had 5, and that's all I needed. I have all 5 Omen books. I've read the first one. That's the only one of those I've read. And I have Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, technically 7 Amityville horror books. I say technically 7 because I have the Judith Sonnet, Edward Lee, third person written Amityville Bukkake. I don't know if is that an official Amityville book. And then there's also Amityville Christmas, which is like a story that takes place during the events, a little side story that takes place during the events of the original book. But I have the original Amityville Horror. Obviously, I have 2, and then there's 3 more, which tell obviously different stories. And I know one of them deals with apparently like all the items in the house are cursed, and they were all sold or given away to different places. And I believe one of the books is just a bunch of different stories about those different items and where they went and what they did. And I know there's some movies in the Amityville series that deal with like the cursed clock, cursed lamp, something like that. And those might be inspired by the stories, because I think on the back of the book it mentions a clock and a lamp. But anyway, yeah, I got a bunch of Amityville books. I don't believe I have any that deal with the murders that happened in the house pre-Lutz, because to me that's the least interesting thing. I want all the craziness after that. If you disagree, let me know. Let's talk about it in the comments. But anyway, and then I have Jaws, of course, and I have read Jaws, and I have The Unseen. I have all 3 Psycho books that Robert Bloch wrote. I know there's another Norman Bates book written by somebody else. I'm not that interested in getting that one. So yeah, anyway, that's the book bundle. Books that are number 2s. I still have the secret book bundle coming up, where you're going to have to guess what the theme is tying them together. I'm still planning an anthology book bundle, which I believe is going to be a themed anthologies. So, this anthology is all vampire stories. This anthology is all holiday story. I don't know. I have a holiday horror themed anthology, but I've already read it. It might end up being media tie-in stuff, because I have like a Chud anthology, Predator and Alien anthologies, a Planet of the Apes anthology. Excuse me. I'll have to go through, figure out exactly what those 5 are going to be, and then I know I'm going to do a book bundle on occult detectives, because I have plenty of that type of stuff. And that's all I have, I think, at the moment. And again, always willing to look at suggestions for book bundles. So feel free to throw those in the comments below. So I think that's it. That's all that's going on. That's all that's coming up. The next 4 books and 100 pages that I'm going to be reading. And lots of movies in the theater that I'd love to go and see, but then it's cold out and I don't feel like going out there to the theater. I'd love to have seen Hard Eyes, The Companion. The Monkey just came out, the Stephen King short story. The Monkey, made into a film by Oz Perkins. Captain America: New World Order came out, but I can wait till that's on Disney Plus. More interested in supporting the horror stuff that's coming out, but just waiting for the weather to change. We had some cold days this past week, and we got slammed with snow. Not as much as a lot of people, but still made things shitty for a day or 2. And but it's going to warm up a little bit before the temperature drops again, so a lot of that snow should melt. That's it. I think that's all I've got. I almost bought Nosferatu on Blu-ray today, but then I forgot to. because I looked at it on the shelf, and then I did all of my shopping because I'm trying to stay within a budget. Did all of my shopping, and then forgot to go back and pick up the movie because I could have picked it up and stayed on budget, but I forgot. But I do want to pick that up. There's a lot of stuff that's come out on Blu-ray that I'd like to pick up, but just haven't had the chance really. Oh, I did order the novelization of Maxine from A24. So I will have that complete trilogy now. I've already read and reviewed X. I've read and reviewed X. I have Pearl. I will soon have Maxine. All three written by Tim Wagner. And X was a really good novelization. Part of my movie novelization book bundle. So you can check out that review. Yeah, so I ordered that. That just became available. I get newsletter and emails and stuff from A24. So as soon as I saw that that was available, I ordered it. And I had credits. So I got the book for like $6. And most of that was shipping. Yeah, that's all I've got. So if you have any comments, questions, corrections, suggestions, anything at all, let me know in the comments below. Excuse me. Please like, share, and subscribe, all the usual YouTube stuff. If you care to follow me on other social media, I'll have links for my Instagram and Bluesky in the description below. And that's all I've got for this week. So until next week, read more books.